How's it going, YouTube? Today I got a Sixleaf knife, the SL-25. Packaging is very basic. You don't get nothing special, you just get the knife. Check the knife out. Here we go. As you see, we got some really dark micarta. This is black on the website, but I'd call it a dark brown. You got multiple deployment options. You've got a flipper tab with some jimping, a front flipper with jimping, and you got your hole cut out. I really like this design. I knew as soon as I saw it I was going to buy it. These retail for $40, so it's very affordable. It's got D2 steel, which makes it affordable, and it's a rattlesnake design. He designs all of the Sixleaf knives, and I'm pretty sure Tucson OEMs these. Don't quote me on that, but they use the same pocket clip, but it just feels like a Tucson. Yeah, 3.54 inch D2 blade that looks like it's dome washed. Kind of hard to tell. And this is a drop point with a really high flat grind. You get a 3.9 millimeter blade stock, or 0.15, which is pretty thick, but it does come down pretty thin behind the edge, which is nice. So it should be pretty slicey. Got an overall length of 8.27, so it is definitely a full-size knife. Let's do a few size comparisons. I only have one other Sixleaf knife. This is the SL-14. It's just a little bit smaller. And the Kaiser Cobalt 2, it's just a little bit smaller as well. The Petrified Fish stamp, pretty close to the same length. And the Spyderco Pen 2. Just about the same length as well. That's all I'm gonna do. Everybody's got a Spyderco, right? Got a 4.8 inch handle, 0.65 inches wide, and the close width right around here is 1.45 inches. I do believe these are T8 screws. Yes, they are. They look like some of Tucson's special screws. Pocket clip screws are probably T6. Actually, they are T8 as well. That is really nice. Thumbs up for that. Knife is a bit heavy though. 5.45 ounces. Doesn't look like, oh well, there is cutout on the inside. It's just a thick, big old boy. So, like I said, 0.65 inches wide, which is, the normal width is about 0.5, so it's a little thicker than your average knife. Do have a deep carry clip that's inset with mushroom screws, but works just fine. It is not reversible, unfortunately. Then the micarta doesn't have the most texture. It seems like it was polished. It's pretty smooth. You could probably take some sandpaper to that and rough it up. Let's go check out the deployment options. The front flipper works really good. The back flipper works really good. And the hole. And the detent seems about right on all those. I'm impressed with that. I will say, because a lot of people that have three dual flippers, you have this problem where if you're slow, the front flipper will come back and hit you. So anytime you have a knife like this, you gotta flick it, move your finger. It's pretty simple. And Yeah, you can go over the top. It feels a little awkward. So this is more of a light switch than a, yeah, if you push button it, it's going to come around and hit you. Got a liner lock, plenty of access to it. Yeah, good action. I can improve it some if I take it apart, I'm sure. It's on ball bearings, pretty positive of that. And yeah, let's go over my dislikes. The thickness is a little bit too much. I didn't even point out it does have a lanyard hole and a backspacer, which is my second complaint. Backspacer's black G10, it doesn't match, but oh well. And it doesn't have inset liners, which I like. That's my personal preference. And it's a little bit heavy. It's not as heavy as the new Sativa knives I've gotten lately, but it's right on the edge of being too heavy to carry. But I like it enough that I'm gonna deal with that. If you got a belt on, it'll still stay. It does not have a good sharpening tool. The plunge ends after the edge slightly, so I might have to take the Dremel tool to that. And yeah, that's about all of my complaints. This is a very good looking knife. They could have made it a lot better if they took some weight off of it, made it a little bit thinner. It would have been a really good knife. It's still good. I'm alright with it being D2 because it's affordable, and not every knife has to have fancy steel. So yeah, just take care of it and it won't rust. That's all I got for this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give me a like and a comment, and see you on the next one.